We've all been there, right? You're walking back to your car after a quick errand, or maybe you're just finishing up a really long day at work and your stomach just completely drops. Because there it is, that little slip of paper tucked right under your windshield wiper. A parking ticket. It's an incredibly frustrating, stressful moment, and suddenly you feel like you're completely at the mercy of this huge, faceless municipal bureaucracy.
But listen, if you got this ticket somewhere in the Waco metropolitan area, I want you to just take a deep breath, because the good news here is that resolving this whole bureaucratic headache, it really doesn't have to ruin your week. In fact, you can probably handle the entire process right from your couch. Okay, let's dive into this explanation. Today, we're going to walk through an indispensable step-by-step tutorial designed specifically for complete beginners. By the end of our time together, you're going to know exactly how to decode your citation, find it in the right digital system, and clear your name without incurring any of those unnecessary late fees or unexpected legal trouble. So here is our roadmap for today. 1. The Waco ticket reality. 2. Identifying your issuing jurisdiction. 3. Navigating the payment portal. 4. Payment options and fees. 5. Deadlines, penalties, and warrants. And finally, 6. Dismissals and support resources. Let's jump right in.
Section 1. The Waco Ticket Reality, a bureaucratic maze simplified.
So let's validate your frustration right up front. If you feel like figuring out where to pay your ticket is literally a maze designed to test your sanity, you are absolutely right. The first real obstacle you have to conquer isn't even the payment itself. It's understanding the overlapping systems in Waco. Just look at this quote from our administrative overview. It points out that a single driver in the Waco area might interact with the City of Waco, McLennan County, Beverly Hills, or McLennan Community College. You know, this is a huge potential pitfall for beginners. Finding your ticket in an online database is going to be incredibly confusing and honestly probably impossible if you aren't absolutely sure who actually issued it in the first place.
Section 2. Identify your issuing jurisdiction. Check the header on your physical citation.
I urge you to grab your physical citation right now, because checking the top header is absolutely critical, and this brilliantly illustrates why. Different local authorities operate completely different online platforms. For instance, the City of Waco uses municipal online services with a 3% surcharge. But what if you were pulled over in Belmead? Well, they use a totally different portal and tack on a 5% fee. Beverly Hills, they charge a flat $350 fee and actually handle it by phone or in person.
So let's establish a really clear definition here. Your jurisdiction is the specific legal authority or municipality that issued your citation and enforces the payment rules. Because you can so easily cross city lines during a normal daily commute, you have to use the precise portal for the specific jurisdiction that cited you. Trying to pay a McLennan County ticket on the City of Waco website, it just isn't going to work.
Section 3. Navigating the payment portal. Finding your ticket in the system.
Okay, for our example, let's assume your ticket is from the City of Waco. Here are the exact steps for successfully querying their database. Step 1. Verify the jurisdiction, which we just covered. Step 2, go to the Municipal Online Services website. Step 3, enter your citation number in all caps. And Step 4, enter your date of birth exactly as 2 digits for the month, 2 for the day, and 4 for the year. So the crucial point here is that you have to follow this strict search syntax. If you don't, you are going to run into a major issue.
I really want to emphasize this warning. Incorrect capitalization or hyphenation will return a false negative. Literally, if you fail to use all caps for your citation number, or if you don't use that exact date format with the slashes for your birth date, the system is just going to tell you your ticket doesn't exist. And thinking your ticket is somehow lost in the system when it's actually not, that could lead to a default conviction simply because of a tiny typo.
Section 4. Payment options and fees. Weighing convenience against cost.
Now, deciding exactly how to make your payment is actually a strategic choice, not just a matter of convenience. Once you find your ticket, you'll see a few options to pay, but you really need to know the true cost of those options. If you choose to pay by credit card online with the City of Waco, you're going to encounter a flat 3% convenience fee. The Waco City Council reinstated this fee across all municipal departments to directly cover the merchant processing costs that are charged by the credit card networks. So it's not a profit center for the city, but it is an extra cost coming right out of your pocket.
Now, what's really interesting about this is how it frames your cost-benefit analysis. On one hand, you have the online credit card payment. Highly convenient, you can do it in sweatpants from your couch, but it carries that 3% surcharge. On the other hand, you have the in-person or Dropbox payment. Yes, it requires physical travel down to 201 West Waco Drive, but it is completely fee-free if you use a check, cash, or a money order. Depending on the size of your fine, that 3% could be significant, so you've got to choose the method that makes the most financial sense for you.
Section 5. Deadlines, penalties, and warrants. Beating the clock.
Okay, this is where things get pretty serious. Let's look at the life cycle of a typical business day at the court. The court generally opens to the public at 8 a.m., but you need to pay very close attention to 4:30 p.m. Even though there is a 24/7 secure drop box at the court building, they have a hard, unforgiving cutoff at 4:30 p.m. for processing. Any payment deposited after 4:30 is recorded as the next business day's transaction. So if you drop your envelope in at 4:45 on the day your ticket is due, it's going to be marked late, and that can trigger automatic fine increases or, honestly, much worse.
And what exactly is that worst scenario? Well, it's a warrant, specifically a capias pro fine warrant. This gets issued if you fail to pay your fine in full after you've been convicted, or if you're on a payment plan and just stop making those installments, or even if you fail to complete court-ordered community service. It's a daunting phrase for sure, but understanding what it means legally is the very first step to resolving it.
But please, do not panic. State law actually requires that before a capias pro fine warrant is issued, you have the right to a show cause hearing. Basically, this means you can go before a judge to show the cause or reason you haven't paid. Like genuine financial hardship, you can present your income and expenses to a judge to arrange an alternative payment method, maybe community service, or even a waiver. Whatever you do, do not skip this hearing, just because you know you can't afford the fine.
Section 6. Dismissals and support resources, alternative remedies, and help.
Let's move to and see how this builds into actionable solutions and alternative remedies that can actually save you a significant amount of money and stress. For instance, did you know about compliance dismissals? If your citation was for an administrative issue, like an expired vehicle registration, an expired driver's license, or a missing handicap placard, you can often get the charge dismissed completely. If you fix the underlying issue quickly and submit certified proof to the court within 20 business days, the judge can reduce a massive fine down to a nominal dismissal fee of just $10 to $20.
Now, if you're facing a warrant and the court insists you post an appearance bond just to see a judge, you still have resources. Check out tickethelptexas.org. This is an absolutely incredible free resource for Texans. You can download free legal forms, including something called a personal bond letter, which formally tells the court you cannot afford the appearance bond, but you still promise to appear at a future date.
If you run into technical issues or have specific questions about your case, you're going to want to contact customer support directly. The City of Waco Municipal Court can be reached by phone at 254-750-5900. You can visit them in person or use the Dropbox at 201 West Waco Drive. And if you prefer mail, send it to P.O. Box 2570. Just remember, if you are trying to clear an outstanding warrant by mail, they strictly prohibit the use of personal checks. You absolutely must use a money order or a cashier's check. And critically, no matter how you choose to pay, always save a digital or physical copy of your confirmation receipt. If there is some weird system glitch, that receipt is quite literally the only thing keeping you out of warrant status. Okay, before we wrap up, just a quick but important disclaimer. Municipal, bureaucratic procedures, fee structures, local laws, they frequently update and evolve. What is perfectly accurate today might be slightly tweaked tomorrow. Therefore, you should always verify these procedures directly with official City of Waco resources just to be safe. Because while bureaucracy definitely evolves, knowing your rights is evergreen. You are now equipped to navigate this entire system with confidence, from avoiding false negatives to claiming financial hardship. So the next time you find that dreaded slip of paper tucked under your wiper, will you be a victim of a confusing system, or will you take control of the process?